Hello, everyone.
I was just jamming. I was just like, oh, that's cool music.
I know, right? It's kind of upbeat. I keep thinking I should change it or update it, but I just love it. It's fun. All
I'm
right.
going to
Well,
move
I'm
to my big screen so I can look at the camera.
okay, perfect. Well, I am excited. There's a few people over, dozen people over on YouTube. So hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. I'm excited that you guys are here today. So this I'm going to start doing not every single Monday, but pretty regular on Mondays. So make sure that you subscribe, put us in your favorites so that we can keep connecting. But today I am excited to have with me Brandi from Stamp Me Some Love. So Brandi and I have known each other how many years now?
Oh,
Jeez.
it's been a while.
We should have did the maker math before I put play on, but it's been a while, yeah. And we've got to meet in person, so that's not very common when you're an online creator.
Yep.
But I'm excited that you're here and to talk about all things card related. So we have some tools we're going to go through. Stay with us. We have a free event we're going to tell you about that I think you guys are going to love. But yes, lots of people in the chat. So I'm glad you guys are probably at work with your headphones on and your boss doesn't need to know.
No, we won't tell.
I know, I give you permission. All right. I would love to hear from the people in the chat, the people who are watching either live or replay. What are your favorite craft tools? So I would love for them to get a shout out. I think somebody out there is going to yell Cricut. I have the Cricut Joy and the Maker behind me and the Romeo. Even though it's big, you can still do cards on it.
What was that last one you said?
The Romeo.
Romeo.
Yeah, so it's the 24-inch cutter from Caesar. It cuts fabulously.
Oh, I have never heard of that one.
Oh, fun. Yeah. See, we learn something new every time we go live, right?
Every time we do. Yes, for sure.
But I'm excited. Do you want to kick it off and tell those who maybe don't know who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Absolutely. So I am Brandi Mahan, and I am the creative owner of Stamp Me Some Love blog shop and academy. My claim to fame is that I host 2 times a year the Card Makers Sucuess Summit, and we have a monthly Card Makers Sucuess membership where we do all kinds of things. We are just about to kick off our Crafts for a Cause, and we're going to be making lots of cards for Cards for Cubs, which is a nonprofit. Super excited about that. And I'm really excited about being here, Shelly, and meeting all of your audience.
Oh, awesome. That is exciting. But if you're interested in her event she mentioned or her membership, stay with us because we have a link for that. But we're going to talk cards. So I actually have one that I just whipped together yesterday. Do you have a card handy?
Yeah, I do. Let me over. So this is what I'm making. Pardon the mess.
Oh,
but my wife came to me the other day and she says, I need 12 thank you cards.
Oh, those are cute.
This is very plain, y'all. Very plain. But I struggled with this design for days. And I just decided I had all of these backgrounds that I had already created. And I just, okay, I'm just gonna do it, and it's gonna be what it is. I mean, I did all kinds of experiments yesterday, and I just was not happy, and so I just ended up with this guy. I may put some bling on it to kind of sparkle it up a little bit, but basically, my wife is on the board of the YMCA here in town, and their annual summer camp is going on, and the board wants to thank the camp counselors. And so she asked me to make some thank you cards, and I think they're going to put something in it special for them that I can't say because I don't know if anybody from the Y is going to be watching this, but you just never know. And so that's my task today, and that's what I'm creating. And I've got lots of tools that I'm using to create those.
That's awesome. I know. It's like when somebody asks you to do that, you're like, I maybe could find enough supplies to make a couple cards.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's funny. All right. Okay, Roseanne was saying she needs to sign up for your Card Makers Summit. I'm going to drop the link for you Roseanne, but shall we quickly touch on the basics of the Card Makers Success Summit?
Sure.
It's happening in like next week. We're starting.
Gosh, is it really?
Yeah, because the first is Tuesday, and then it starts the next Thursday. So
yes.
And really, it starts Wednesday because there's a really fun kickoff call the night before. I think I saw 6 p.m. No,
Central. It's 7 Eastern time.
7 Eastern. Okay.
Yes.
That
So
is
basically, what the summit is, it's 4 days of crafting out the wazoo. So we have over 45 different presentations that we're going to be showing the public, and you can sign up for the summit for free. You get 24 hours to view any video that you want, and it's, oh my God, it's so much fun. We have giveaways, we have sponsored content, we have special promo codes that we share. It's just so much fun. Some of it's going to be Cricut related, some of it's going to be traditional card related. And if you want, you can always purchase the all access pass and get lifetime access to everything. But just sign up for the free registration and just take a look at everything, and then just make a decision on whether or not you want to upgrade. If you do upgrade, though, you get access to all of it right now, so you don't have to wait.
Yes, I love it. And then tons of bonuses in there. So if you get the all access pass, not only do you get all the replays, but there's tons of card bonuses.
I think we calculated the value of the VIP all access pass to be over $2,000 when you consider all of the videos that you get in there, all of the bonus material and bonus classes, and then of course our sponsors are offering things. Yeah, it's about a $2,000 value, which if you've just registered, or if you're just going to register, you'll get a special offer for like $39. But you got to act quick, though. It's only available for 20 minutes. Then it goes up to whatever price point it is at that time, which right now we're in our early bird pricing time frame, so it's $59. So.
Right. And even at $59, it's a great steal. But Barbara had said she's been downloading all the info in your all access pass. And there's so many good presenters, and the VIP is awesome. So thanks for sharing.
And Jelly is going to be one of our speakers.
I am.
So was that the card you were oh no, that's the card. Yeah, yes.
The little folded tree. So I did a couple.
Yes.
We got to test it, and then we got to do one to show.
Right.
So
right.
I love the craft paper with it. I think it's so cute. But it's seriously just a half a circle, and you fold it down. Like, you don't need a Cricut. You could do it with a Cricut because we did provide that. But
yeah,
it is a super easy, super fun. You could do it on tags. So many good things, easy things.
For all of the Cricut design, the Cricut type crafts, you either get the SVG for free, or they point to where it's at that you can get inside the design space library, if you will. Yeah. A lot of our speakers will create their own SVGs, but some of them will actually use either the free or the paid versions in design space. So it's a lot of fun. And if you are a SVG hoarder and like to collect SVGs, it's a great place to get some very unique ones for sure.
Yes. And then what I love about it is not only that, but then we show you how to use them. So if you're a hoarder, because then you have that creative paralysis and you don't know what to do with it, this is a great way to jump in.
Absolutely.
And I also love that these are not just card techniques. Like, there's so many things like the foil and some of the spinner things, the spinner cards, and even like the folded tree. Like, you don't have to use them just on cards. You can use them in all your other paper crafting. I should have grabbed it, but I made a scrapbook page, which I also used one of these little folded trees on, but I made it with a bigger sheet of paper, and the tree is about.
Do you have it handy? I'd like to see it.
Is it? Okay. Well, why don't you share your first tool and I'll go grab it.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So my first tool, which is what I have on my craft table right now, is ink. So I absolutely love doing things with ink. And these are the colors that I have been playing around with right now. These are all in the party section of Catherine Pooler's inks. And then I have been getting into stencil butters. And so I was looking for kind of coordinating colors to go with these stencils here. Or not stencils, but Catherine Pooler colors. And I will show you what I was making. I was making some really cute little sprinkle backgrounds. So I did the white cardstock with the stencil, which is right here. I've got an Ulta New stencil right here. And then I just put the paste on it and rubbed it over. But then I was thinking, how do I incorporate the ink to go with it? And so then I was pulling out my little, oh my gosh, you guys, my little pouncer, my little paper pouncer here. And then I inked it up and then pounced. I colored my cardstock. This is actually white, y'all, but I colored my cardstock, and the blend is like almost flawless. I can demonstrate if you guys want.
Wow, that is, I have never seen the pouncer. I've never seen the bigger.
So
it's like a rubber, but bigger.
I got these from Amazon, but I think Picket Fences Studio has the original. And then they also have these little ones, which I haven't been able to find on Amazon, but they've got these little, nothing on that one. They've got these little ones, which I need to buy some more because sometimes you don't want to use a full size pouncer. But let me just show you how fun this is. Let's see. I got some scrap paper here. We can do it with some scrap paper. So I used, like, for example, I was trying to coordinate colors. So I got the orange handle and the orange ink. And so I just essentially just went like this and bounce, 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 bounce.
I love that it kind of adds a depth to it. So it's not the solid color, but it gives your card or whatever paper craft you're working on, it gives it a little bit more dimension.
Now, I will say that Catherine Pooler also, says you can just swipe and get your color that way. But I will say that it does tend to use a lot of ink when you do that. So I've been kind of experimenting with the pouncer to see if I can get more coverage without wasting a lot of ink. So essentially that's what I did. And then I took my stencil and just close that up so it doesn't dry out. Put that away so I don't make a mess. And then I put my stencil right there. I'm going to tape this down. Where is my tape? Here it is.
There's so many fun stencils out there now, too. So to use them in different ways across different cards.
For sure.
It's fun to see the different designs.
And this is so easy to make a background. So easy. Now, just keep in mind, this is a scrap piece of paper, so I probably won't use this. But I'm going to do this real quick. And then, look at that. Isn't that just
such a pretty orange? Yeah.
That is the Marigold stencil butter, and I'm telling you, it is like butter, like butter. So I'm just putting that on there, like butter. And then I put my excess right back into the container.
That's good. Then we can buy more supplies, right?
Yep. And I take my little scraper that off. And then I still got some extra here. I can put that back in.
I love that you can save it too and not.
Yep.
Because you really don't use a lot for those little sprinkles. I'm curious, I was watching if you've used stencils before in your card making or scrapbooking or paper crafting.
Did you know that you can make your own stencils with the Cricut machine?
Yes.
Yes.
I have some really, and it's not really expensive paper compared to other vinyls.
I actually use Mylar. I did use acetate at one point, but I found that the Mylar was much stronger. And that is what you come up with. So just a quick thing now. Obviously, I would take more time with it if I was actually doing it for a card. And I want you to show your scrapbook page, but I've got to run and put this under the water so it doesn't.
Okay. We'll switch. All right, so this is my kid's scrapbook page. So my daughter got this little table that they were putting together, and her brother unlovingly helped. So don't get your tinsel. Yeah, it was very comical to watch him put it together. And then this was the other side. We've got our little fluffy cat. And then my husband and his boys, they were off to play hockey. So that was our Christmas scrapbook page from a couple of years ago. But you can see the little tree. And then I just rough cut out a little stump on the bottom and added a sticker on the top from this. And this is Echo Park paper pack. So,
Awesome. So when, just tip though, if you're using any kind of stencil butter on stencils, make sure that as soon as you're done with it, you either have a tray of hot soapy water that you can put it in, or you clean it off right away, because otherwise it'll stick and it will not come up, and yeah, it will be a mess. But I'm gonna put this to the side so it can dry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to share one of mine, which I think I've had this probably for 18 years now, but it is my own personalized stamp.
Aww.
Created with Love by Shelley, and you can see how loved it is. Super simple, but then I can just stamp it on the back of all of my cards.
Nice.
It's funny when I don't put it on there, my friends now will turn their card over. They'll be like, "Oh, you didn't do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just this." So,
For sure.
yeah. So that's one of mine. While you're still cleaning up, I'll show them another one. So you can see on the bottom of this card, there's some stitching across it. My glue is kind of reflecting. I need to erase that. But I went ahead and stitched with my little craft stitcher, which again, this is probably 20 years old, and I bought it at a garage sale for like $2 one day.
Oh my God.
That's
amazing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yes, you can also just use your regular sewing machine. So if you have a sewing machine, just run your paper through there. It's crazy how easy it works.
So Jill's asking where you got that stamp made. I think you shared the link.
Okay, so because it was so long ago, I couldn't find the original paper. It was from a person, it was from paperangel.com, but I don't know if they have them anymore. If so, I did just drop a link to one on Amazon that you can get to.
Nice.
Yes. Sherilyn says, it's a great idea. My father-in-law said I need to do that with my cards. I donate most of them. And it is fun to see them out and about. My mom had a ceramic shop for like 40 billion years, and she always put her name or whatever on the bottom of them. And every once in a while I'll find them.
Yes. Well, hopefully you don't find them in garage sales.
Well, eventually you do, like when grandma passes away and everybody sells everything.
But yes, for sure.
Yes. So Arlene says she uses her sewing machine quite often. Yes. And there are so many good different little techniques, you know, like the sewing machine one. I loved Sarah Edwards' pop-out card, where it wasn't just, not that just, but like it wasn't a plain flat card. It has like a really fun pop-out. So you guys will have to go check that one out. What was hers? Winter Wonderland pop-out card. So that is at the Card Makers Summit again. So if you guys haven't registered, make sure you grab your free ticket, because we're starting not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And then I love too that you're doing lives during your summit.
Yes. So I do a live every day, and then our sponsors come on and they do a 30-minute live with me, and they're usually demonstrating some new technique or they're demonstrating a product that they have. But here's the best part. So they always give me a special, usually a really big discount coupon code, and we share that on the live, and they're good for 48 hours. And most of the time, whatever they demonstrated sells out. So it's something where you kind of want to be there live so you can grab it and jump onto it as soon as possible.
Yes, they're so much fun because you think you've seen it all, you think you've done it all, you think you have like all the supplies, and then somebody comes up with something new and fabulous that you must add to your collection. And then some of the speakers, I know I get to go live. I think mine's Saturday at 3:30 Central Time. Next Saturday, not this coming, but the weekend after. So we'll go live and chat, and I'll share a few tips and stuff with that. But I do have one more tool while you're still putting things away, I'll share. And that
Oh, I'm
is,
just crafting, so you
oh,
just
are
let.
you? Okay. And that is my little heat tool. I don't even know. Again, this is probably 15 years old. It's called iRock, but it heats on any kind of little rhinestone. And
Oh,
this I have had for I don't know how long, and I still haven't used even half of them. But you can see I added it to the eye and shine on my card. So this is another Echo Park paper set. They're summer, but isn't that just a fun little accent? But you could literally stick them everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Like I wouldn't bedazzle your jeans or stick them on your cheeks, but because you need heat to glue them on. But literally paper, fabric, canvas, ribbons, those kind of things. So that's kind of a fun little tool. I did see that they have them at Hobby Lobby too, but that's what I love about the Card Summit is that there's just so many new fun techniques. Drop a link to something very similar. Again, I couldn't find this brand because I've had it so long, but there are a couple of other ones out there. But that's what I love about the Card Summit too, is that there's so many new techniques and stuff that you can find. So I grabbed 5 techniques that I found that you guys are covering at the Card Maker Summit, and one of them was ink blending and color techniques. So
yeah.
there's so many times we find that cute little embellishment, but we don't have paper to go with it. So I love that you could use it to do the same thing. Of course you do, Shelly. Hello, Shelly. We probably bought them at the same time. So my friend is on here too. All right. And then the second technique that I found was creating an easy folded Christmas tree card. Like, how much fun would that be?
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Shameless. Shameless.
Right. Shameless. It's fun though. Like, there's so many ways you can use it. And then you can see once I started making them, I couldn't stop. They are kind of tricky. So I'm hoping that the way I laid it out was easy for everybody. And then putting in a Cricut SVG for it. So you can cut like 10 of them out on a sheet of paper and then make cards or tags out of them. The other one that I loved too at the Card Maker Summit that's coming up is the foiling. I love adding foiling, and it's not as expensive or hard as you might think. And it adds such a professional, I don't know, high class look, I think, to your cards.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I am just going to town here, Shelly. I hope you don't mind.
No, I love it. Tell us more about what you're doing there.
So I just decided, you know what, I'm going to try my little pouncers with my stencil, and I've got a rose here. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but you know, this is what crafting is all about, is experimenting. And I've just got some party dress and flirty fuchsia. And I'm just trying to blend these guys in. And I just love these pouncers.
That would make such a pretty sympathy card or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see the thanks. That was a die cut that you had that you ran through like a.
Yes, a Gemini. As soon as I finish this, I will show you that.
Sweet.
But okay, so let's see what this looks like. Oops.
I love it. Does anybody else want to go out to Amazon when we're done and buy some pouncers?
Right?
After we sign up for the summit, right?
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. And that would be an easy design too, to cut out with like that little, just freehand cut it out with a little white edge around it and put it on a card. Sometimes I get so many of those card bases that are textured or multicolored, or they kind of have a pattern on there. And to do something big like this and be able to use inks to blend it together, make something that coordinates or matches, I think that's such a good idea.
Okay, so let me show you my little die cut machine. They have them in electric form, like this guy. This is the Gemini. Or they also have it crank form. Of course, the crank form is cheaper than this. And I started out with the crank form, but I quickly moved to this.
Right.
So what I like to do is to die cut things. And so I am making backgrounds here. So let's just try to make a background out of this, this design here and see what we come up with. I think I can use this guy. You know it's bad when you're pulling stuff out of your craft stash that you've never used. You've got to actually open it from the
Original packaging.
original
We're just all
packaging.
going to pretend that you bought it yesterday and you haven't had it forever like the rest of us.
All right, so I'm gonna line this up. Should be a little bit bigger than the die, but since I already cut the paper down, we're just gonna make it work.
Right.
So,
Nobody knows what it's supposed to look like, right?
Right, exactly. But it does drive me crazy. All right, so let me go ahead and just kind of tape this together so it doesn't move. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just going to tape that like that. And then it's going to cut out that design. It's going to be fabulous.
It's going to be cute.
Yes. Okay, and so then I put it in my little sandwich. You know, we have to have food terms in crafting. So this is my sandwich. I put my little cutting plate, my paper, the die, and then I'm going to put something that I got from scrapbook.com, which is this magic mat. It comes with another plate that you would put on top of it, but I find that it tends to warp. And so I like to use these magic mats because I can heat these flat, or I can put them in a pot of boiling water and they flatten out just perfect.
All right, that's cool. I didn't know that. I have the little Cuttlebug from, again, 20 years ago, and it works very similar, but it's the hand crank.
Yes. So I'm going to turn that sucker on, and then I'm going to feed it through. No hands, Mom. Watch, no hands.
So you can go grab a sandwich while it's die cutting.
Right?
It would be crafting if there wasn't good snacks.
All right. So now let's see what happens. Yay. All those little pieces are coming out. So let me pull that tape back. So now I've got a cute, they call this a cover plate because it covers the entire thing. And if I wanted to, I could put this behind that.
Cute.
Make a card like that. I could also cut this out with another color and then inlay. So let's say I cut another one out with this green. Then I could put the green pieces in there and I'd have orange and green. So I don't know what major football team or college team uses orange and green as their color. I'm sure there is one.
There's probably one somewhere. I feel like there's a gator somewhere that probably
Florida, maybe. Florida Gators. I think theirs is orange and green. So anyway, so there's that. I also used it to die cut the words thank you or thanks. Which
original card.
So here's the black version and the blue version that I cut out. Now, one of the things that I have found, oh, excuse me, of course, I need to sneeze as soon as I change the camera over.
Bless you in advance.
Is that sometimes
it always comes in more than one, right?
Yes. Sometimes the Cricut machine's not too friendly with cardstock when it comes to cutting out intricate things. So that's the reason why I kind of like the die cut machine if I've got something that's very intricate and it's going to, you know, cut it out like butter. But what I have found is using HTV to cut out super intricate designs and then ironing that onto cardstock. So that's my new favorite go-to when it comes to creating cards with the Cricut machine, is using a heat transfer vinyl design, weeding it out, and then ironing it onto a card.
Instead of glue. Yes, it is. It is nice that that works. And I love that I love the dies like you showed. Usually they have the cutouts, so they'll cut out the shape, but then they add some sort of texture or embossing or other details inside of it. And you can't, I mean, you could go back and do embossing with the Cricut, but the way it does it so quick to just run them through. And especially something like thanks, happy birthday, some of those background stencil ones like you just cut out, like they can be so basic. Or they have just the embossing ones, so you could cut out whatever it is on your Cricut and then run them through.
I think I have a couple examples here. Let me see if I can.
Of course we do, right? We'll just take a minute to admire your rack behind you with all of your inks on there and your pens so organized. I like you with the organization.
The only thing in my craft area that is organized. All right, so I'm going to give your folks a sneak peek. Is that okay?
I think so. I think they're okay with that, right?
All right. So I am going to be speaking at a summit later this year, and I can't tell you what summit it is, but I made this card entirely with the Cricut machine, and that is foil, but it's heat transfer vinyl. So if I could.
Look at how shiny that is.
Then I've got the little snowflakes there. And here are some other versions of it that I use with my backgrounds.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah. So that's coming to you sometime in September. And then I did this one for the Create with Joy. So if any of you guys attended that summit, that is heat transfer vinyl. That's the cutout for the flower. And then this is actually stamped, but heat embossed with heat embossed powder. So it was kind of like, you know, mixed media type. And then of course I did a watercolor
in the background.
That's background.
So pretty. Yes. We've got so many comments in the chat.
Yep.
That is fun. I love it. So many good ideas. Did you guys get some good ideas, some good tips, some new things you need to go shopping for? We're not responsible for your Amazon carts.
We are not. Did you have with Amazon Prime?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Fun with Amazon Prime Day this year?
I didn't find as many as I normally do. I don't know.
Oh goodness, I had so much fun.
Did you?
I even have a blog post on my blog that talks about it. Gosh, I wish I had the link, but I can't remember. I think it's I don't know. Anyway,
you can come back and put it on the chat too.
Yeah, for sure. But if you go to my blog, stampmesomelove.com/blog, and you type in Amazon, you're going to find a couple of posts there where I found all kinds of cool stuff there. Now, I don't know if they're on sale anymore, but it's a good place to get some ideas of what you can buy on Amazon.
Yes. Yeah. And if they ran a sale once, they probably will the next Amazon Prime Day.
Yes, for sure.
Lots of fun ideas, they're saying in the comments. Well, thank you. I'm excited that you were here. This was fun. We should just do one. And yeah, we should just do one sometime and talk about and just create a card together. But I would love to invite everybody to come over to Brandi's hour. I feel like it's part mine because I'm just one of the lonely speakers in there. But come to the Card Makers Summit happening. And we're starting the kickoff next Wednesday. So get on there. That's how you get in to win prizes and figure out what is where, because there's nothing worse than that morning of a summit not knowing where to click to start watching all those gems. So make sure you join the kickoff on Wednesday. Make sure you register before then, because you can go in and start registering for all the giveaways. Yeah, we're going to talk about the giveaways at the event.
Yes, so the sponsors have giveaways, but then some of the speakers have also posted their own giveaways. So I don't even know how much money is being given away and prizes and stuff like that.
It's rain of money over there.
I know, right? It's crazy how much stuff there is. And if you miss the live call on Wednesday, it's totally okay because we send emails that gives you detailed instructions on what's going to happen. But it's always fun to join that kickoff call because everybody gets excited. And of course, I'm going to give away some stuff that evening. And it's just so much fun. But I do want to say, if anybody has any issues registering or logging in or whatever, that you can email us at support@stampmesomelove. And I saw a couple of comments on Facebook here and there, people saying they didn't get their email or whatever. Just email us. We'll add you to the list. We'll make sure you get all the information.
Yes. Or if you got an email from somebody like myself who's involved, just email them and ask. So if you're like, what was that email? I know I could get in there. We're all happy to help. But yes. All right. Well, I will see you guys next Wednesday at the kickoff call. So all 41 of you that are on right now, I'll see you over there. I'm taking names. But I'm excited and I appreciate you coming on and sharing some of your crafting card techniques and skills with us. It was fun to see the tools that you're using. So everybody throw Brandi some love, give her some hearts. And
I love the confetti icon. So if you could throw me some confetti, that would be awesome.
Great.
That's my favorite emoji on YouTube. So if you got a confetti emoji on your little keyboard or whatever, just throw that into the chat right now.
Yes. And it's much easier to clean up than glitter, right?
Yes. Yes. Emojis are much easier to clean up.
Too funny. Well, you're getting some of the comments now, so we're good. All right. Well, thanks everyone. And we will see you next week at the Card Makers Summit.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.